good, everybody? It's your boy JosephWitty. We back with another one. You feel me? Shout out to my guy Comment Blast Keenan. He just recently made this video speaking about combat improvements, things that Insomniac can do with the combat in Marvel Spider-Man 2. Definitely putting my 2 cents and my input into, you know, whatever he's saying. And y'all know how I do, man. If you're new to the channel, I review stuff and I break down shit and I react to shit all at the same time. You feel me? So let's go ahead and hop into it.
Hey, what's up guys? Keenan here, your #1 Spider-Man PS5 fan. And you guessed it, I'm bringing you another Marvel Spider-Man 2 video. Today we're going to be talking about some major combat improvements I would like to see in Marvel Spider-Man 2.
Indeed.
I think that the combat in the first Spider-Man game was a really solid start, and a great way for laying the foundation for the franchise. But I feel like there can be some major additions to help with the player experience moving forward.
100%. Especially after Miles Morales dropped, bro. We saw what they can do with the, you know what I'm saying? So much more they can do. Better movement, better, just a better way of combat. You know what I'm saying? Just more fluent combat. What I'm saying, Marvel Spider-Man, you know, Marvel Spider-Man combat was fucking amazing. Don't get it twisted. But Miles Morales combat, oof, that shit blew my mind, man. Let's get back into it.
But before I get into my wish list, I want to invite you to subscribe to the channel if you're looking for more Marvel Spider-Man 2 content. It's pretty much all I cover on the channel, and I'll be your source for getting hyped for the game moving forward. With that out of the way, let's swing on into the video. Alright, so there's been a lot of talk about a slingshot mechanic when it comes to web swinging in Marvel Spider-Man 2. And I'm dying to see that added to the game. But I don't want it to stop there. You guys know where I'm going with this. I'd love to see a slingshot mechanic added into the combat for Marvel Spider-Man 2. We already have the ability to web zip to enemies, but that's just not enough for me.
Right.
There's actually a cutscene in the first game where Spider-Man kind of slingshots to Shocker during a boss battle, but you can't actually perform that in the game. I would love the ability to see a group of enemies on the street and then just slingshot myself from a distance to knock a handful of them down.
I love this scene against Shocker. Like, that move right there is crazy, bro. Like,
scene in the first game where Spider-Man kind of
that, imagine doing that
during a boss battle, but you can't actually perform
as a, like,
that
not even a finisher.
I would
like,
love the ability to see a group of enemies on the street and then just slingshot myself from a distance to knock a handful of them down. I feel like adding a slingshot mechanic in combat would just be a ton of fun.
Like a slingshot kick?
Some really cool ways
sort of
to
like
use it. Up next on my list, we have the addition.
Sort of like the slingshot shit when, well, not like that, but y'all remember when in Spider-Man 2, when Spider-Man, he was fighting Doc Ock, and you know Aunt May was up there with Doc Ock and shit. And he literally shot one web on the joint, shot another web on the joint, pulled back, and then, you know what I'm saying? But like implement that little closer range, of course. Oh, that'd be nasty.
A progressive battle damage to Peter's suit. Listen, I don't want
yes
every time he has a fight with a group of thugs on the street. His suit should be plenty durable, but honestly, it should have some scuffs and tears after intense battles with bosses. I would love for us to be able to just go to Peter's playable house and fix our suit there after it's had a lot of damage.
Automatic suit damage. What the fuck? That shit just started tweaking on me.
Because I want his house to be a place we can actually go to. Adding suit damage would just be more realistic and add to the immersion. However, I do understand that not everyone may want this feature. So my solution is to add it in as a feature you can toggle on and off in the settings. Alright, so let's talk about the black suit combat. Miles has his Venom powers, and I want Peter to have a rampage mode when he has the black suit on. Meaning that once you perform a lot of combos, you build up a meter that allows you to go into this rampage mode, where you're pretty much unstoppable for 10 to 20 seconds.
Right.
This would totally add to the brutality that I want to see in this game. While he is in this rampage mode, you'll receive different combat animations than the ones you see during normal combat. There's also this unlockable ability in Miles Morales where once Spider-Man is on his last hit before he's about to die, he lets off this huge venom blast to surrounding enemies, and then his health bar recharges.
I like that.
The same to be done for Peter in this rampage mode. Let me know what you think about this one. Okay, so next up we have, well, I don't really know what to call this one. Web him up, maybe? Essentially, I'm looking for this move from the first Amazing Spider-Man movie. It's from the Wizard, and he's literally crawling around him while
like Tasm.
Very much like a real spider would treat their prey. I think that this would really work well for a
that'd be cool
against larger enemy types. And it's just one of the most visually pleasing Spider-Man moves. Adding this to the list of takedowns would just be dope. The first one had really cool takedowns, but they lacked variety. We need more variety in our takedowns to keep the gameplay fresh, and this would be a great addition. Okay, next up on my list we have more enemy types and combat scenarios. Yeah, there was some different looking enemies in the first game. You had like the demons and fist construction dudes and the prisoners, but they all pretty much served the same purpose. You had your brutes, you had your enemies with guns,
right,
and you had the guys with bats or batons, which are all fine as long as you have more variety. Insomniac did do a better job with the DLC when they added in these dudes that had jetpacks and shields, and they're flying at you from every direction, leaving a flaming trail. But Insomniac can build upon that moving forward. The enemy types just need more variety overall. That's the best I can say. There also needs to be more variety in the crimes, especially with the car chases. I mean, it was the same thing over and over with the car chases. It got to the point where I would just swing on past car chase crimes and turn the other cheek.
Right. That's a fact. Awesome. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I don't got nothing to do with this, but they just gonna have to deal with that, my boy.
So next up on my list, we have wall combat. Yeah,
facts.
I see a lot of you guys talking about this in my
comments, bro.
And I cannot agree with you guys more. Wall and ceiling takedowns were a nice addition to Miles Morales, but I want some actual combat on the walls. Like, if I'm on the wall, why can't I stay on the wall and punch and kick people? It's just a small detail, but I would love to see it. On a side note, I've been wanting Lizard to make an appearance in this game, and it would just be awesome to have a Spider-Man 2 styled fight on the side of a building with Lizard.
Hell yeah.
I get that we had a building fight in the first game with Doc Ock, but that was kind of meh. It was great from an emotional point of view, but not for gameplay. Okay, last up on my list, we have improved stealth. This has been a major complaint from the Spider-Man 4 fans for years now, and it's completely warranted. It's just so repetitive and bland. You go into a warehouse, you web up some guys from above, and then boom, here comes the cavalry. We need more creative stealth. I want to see some ground level stealth takedowns. How about the ability to lurk in the shadows until an enemy walks by for the takedown? We need to be able to take advantage of the camouflage ability with the black suit, and then get creative with stealth takedowns. On a side note, I do want to mention that I hate that once you take down the first wave of enemies in stealth, that the next wave just comes out knowing exactly where you are. Why can't the next wave just come out not knowing where you are? And then you could take out the entire warehouse in stealth.
Right.
Just a thought. Alright guys, that's going to conclude my video on Spider-Man 2's combat. I'm sure you guys have a ton of great ideas, so be sure to share them with me in the comments. I reply to all my comments, so let's discuss. But that's it for me, and until next time, I'll see you guys later.
I like that. He has some good shit in there, you feel me? I fucks with that, bro. You know? And there's so much stuff they can add, you know, more finishers and, you know what I'm saying? I trust Insomniac. I truly believe they're going to add a lot of shit. I'm not worrying about it in any way possible. But this was a great video. You know what I'm saying? But hey, if you enjoyed this video, definitely leave a like. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Please turn on notifications. Get notified when I upload the stream. Make sure you go subscribe to Comment Blast Keenan. His link will be in my description. And I'm out, man. You know what I'm saying? Deuces.